Welcome to Nation Now. I'm Pradeep Nambiar. In every system, there is a conflict between abiding law and arbitrary power. The test for every democracy, it stands or it falls according to its own choice, whether to give supremacy to the law or to the will of the people, or whether to constitute a moral association maintained by duty or a physical one kept together by force. Today we talk about three important news in Maharashtra. The first is the cabinet might be decided in a few days now. Aj Development Funds with the Chief Minister Eknath Shinde is going to Delhi. They meet Amit Shah and formalize the cabinet ministers, the swearing in which should be held in a day or two. Who are the lucky ones? Who are the bad ones? Who are the people who are going to fall out? We don't know. Let us see. The second most important thing is that the MLA accuses Uddhav Thackeray of brushing aside the threat to Eknath Shinde's life from Naxalites when Uddhav Thackeray was the chief minister. And the third, the most important thing is a very devastating kind of utterances coming out from an MLA saying that Subhash Desai used to ask 10% cuts for development funds. 10% cut. Let us go to the first allegation that yes, Eknath Shinde, the Chief Minister, and Development Funds are going to Delhi to summarize the cabinet ministers who are going to be sworn in a day or two. They are having a late night meeting with Amit Shah. The Home Minister probably might be accompanied by, Amit Shah might be accompanied by JP Nadda, and of course, Prime Minister Narendra Modi's blessings should be there. Now, the whole talk about who all are going to be is a big thing because BJP ke jo rank and file hai, they are very miffed up with the way people from outside have become a coterie of Development Funds. And probably this has also become a sort of observation by the central team, the big three of BJP, that is Narendra Modi, Amit Shah and JP Nadda. They all have given ear to the whispers that the original BJP hardliners have been sidelined and Mr. Fadnavis has a coterie around him of a non-BJP core. Now that is what they have to find out, and how are they going to deal with it? It's a big question. But as Darekar, Prasad Lad, Kripa Shankar Singh and many of these people who the rank and file of the old BJP, the traditional BJP, believes that they have unfortunately not been a part of BJP when 2014 there was an absolutely root in Maharashtra of BJP ascendance, and again in 2019. They have, only thing has happened is they have accommodated themselves. Many have got MLC berths, many have become minister, like Rani have become minister. But let's see what the BJP High Command does. But one thing for sure is that Eknath Shinde is doing a great and fantastic job. Eknath Shinde is doing a fabulous job where development is concerned. Because जब भी Eknath Shinde press conference लेके लोगों से बात करते हैं, he never forgets to remind the people that एक चीज आपको याद रखना पड़ेगा. नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने खुद मुझे फोन करके बोला कि आप महाराष्ट्र को प्रगति की ओर लेके चलो, डेवलपमेंट की ओर लेके चलना, और जो भी आपको मदद चाहेगा सेंटर से आपको मिलेगा. That was assurance, and he always takes the name. The other two, the big three, part of the big three, Narendra Modi, Amit Shah, and JP Nadda. And probably Narendra Modi and Amit Shah believes that Eknath Shinde is a better bet in getting all the things undone. और development के जितने भी काम अटके हुए थे, just तेजी और just रफ्तार से Eknath Shinde उसको clear किया जा रहा है. It's a fantastic job for Narendra Modi, and because you're talking about development Maharashtra and the pace at which Eknath Shinde is functioning, it's something for people to see. I don't think any chief minister before him has been so hungry for work to be done. Because आज सवेरे मुंबई में, फिर शाम को विदर्भ में, he's desperate for work. He wants to work 24/7 without rest. The second biggest news that has come to us is a very shocking observation, with one of the ministers, Suhas Kande, accusing Uddhav Thackeray that there was a threat to Eknath Shinde's life, because Eknath Shinde, being the guardian minister for Gadchiroli and all the tribal Naxal-prone areas, were very supportive of the police officers and all the security people doing work there. and he used to be pro-security, pro-police, rewarding them, motivating them to get in touch with the Naxals and keep the Naxalites under control. Cash awards were given to many police officers who were doing great job where service is concerned. And he had rubbed the Naxalites the wrong way because Naxalites were तकलीफ हो रही थी Naxalites को, तो Naxalites ने ग्रुप करके ये इंटेलिजेंस रिपोर्ट्स के माध्यम से आ गया था कि दे वर थ्रेट टू एकनाथ शिंडे's लाइफ, और कुछ Naxalites उनको मारने के लिए थाने में भी आए थे. एंड दिस इंटेलिजेंस रिपोर्ट हैड रीच्ड द होम मिनिस्टर शंभू राजे, होम मिनिस्टर ऑफ स्टेट फॉर होम, एंड Uddhav Thackeray, the CM then, called up the Minister of State for Home saying that beefing up security was not required. Beefing up of the security was not required. Now, कितना सच है, कितना गलत है, किसी को नहीं मालूम. But अगर ये हो रहा था, then it was a great, what do we call? It's a great news for everybody, because Eknath, somebody's life in the cabinet is at stake, and the existing CM Uddhav Thackeray brushed aside the threat. Let us see what the MLA, Mr. Kande has to say about these things. We hear Mr. Kande.
आपले पोलीस ज्या वेळेस आपल्या जीवाची बाजी लावतात आणि नक्षलाईट बरोबर लढतात, त्यावेळेस त्यांचं कुटुंब सुखी समाधानी राहावा म्हणून शिंदे साहेबांनी पालकमंत्री या नात्याने प्रत्येक पोलिसाला 10-10 लाख रुपये दिले. नक्षलाईट सगळे चौताळले आणि सर्व नक्षलाईट संघटना एकत्र आल्या आणि त्यांनी असं ठरवलं की एकनाथ शिंदेंचा खून करायचा. आपल्याकडे आयबी असते म्हणजे इंटेलिजन्स ब्युरो असतो, एसआयडी असते आणि सीआयडी असते. ह्या सगळ्यांचा रिपोर्ट आला आणि त्या रिपोर्टमध्ये नक्षलाईट ठाण्यामध्ये येऊन किंवा गडचिरोलीला शिंदे साहेबांचा खून करणार आहे असं समजलं. हे समजल्यानंतर सगळ्यांनी असं ठरवलं, सगळ्यांनी म्हणजे केंद्रीय गृहमंत्री आणि राज्य गृहमंत्री शंभूराजे देसाईंनी सगळ्यांनी ठरवलं की साहेबांना Z+ सुरक्षा द्यायची. परंतु वर्षा बंगल्यावरून मी सांगायला मला कुठलंही मी घाबरत नाही. वर्षा बंगल्यावरून शंभूराजे देसाईला फोन गेला आणि एकनाथ शिंदेंना Z+ सुरक्षा द्यायची नाही असं सांगितलं गेलं. आणि ज्या वेळेस कुठलीही Z+ सुरक्षा द्यायची असेल तर त्याच्यावर मुख्यमंत्र्याची सही होती आणि त्या मुख्यमंत्र्याच्या सहीवर जेव्हा तो कागद गेला त्यावेळेस त्या कागदावर सही झाली नाही. म्हणजे मला सांगायचं असं आहे की ज्या शिंदे साहेबांनी आनंदजी दिघे, बाळासाहेब ठाकरे यांचं हिंदुत्व वयाच्या 16व्या वर्षापासून आत्मसाकारलं, त्यांच्या समोर त्यांचे 2 मुलं पाण्यात बुडून मेले तरी सुद्धा दिघे.
After hearing Mr. Kande, Shambhuraj Desai has given his own version. He has asserted all the things that has happened. We have to still learn from Uddhav Thackeray's camp कि ऐसे कुछ हुआ था, नहीं हुआ था. Is he in a position to endorse this? Because this news is startling. This news is absolute news because a person's life was in danger and the threat perception was being toned down. The third biggest news was another MLA coming up forward. Another MLA by the name of Ramesh Bornare is accusing Subhash Desai. Ramesh ji का कहना है, MLA का कहना है कि Subhash Desai was a minister, development funds के लिए 10% कट मांग रहे थे. Now that is absolutely, shows the entire cabinet was stable because जिस प्रकार से एक के बाद एक कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर्स पे आरोप लग रहा था. अनिल देशमुख जी अरेस्ट हो गए थे वही 100 करोड़ मामले, 100 करोड़ के एक्सटॉर्शन मामले में. उसके बाद अलग परमवीर सिंह, संजय पांडे, 2 पुलिस कमिश्नर पे इंक्वायरी चल रही है जिसमें एक अरेस्ट हो चुका, होम मिनिस्टर अंदर है, नवाब मलिक जी अंदर है. तो अर्लियर मिनिस्ट्री ऑलरेडी जिसमें रूमर्स चल रहा था कि एब्सोल्यूट करप्शन से ग्रसित था, रिडन विद करप्शन. वन मोर एक्यूजेशन where MLA says that Subhash Desai ने 10% कट मांगा डेवलपमेंट फंड्स के लिए. Now if that is happening, Subhash Desai is someone who is very close to Uddhav Thackeray coterie. When people say जो coterie around him को निकालना जरूरत है, उसमें संजय राउत आ जाता है, उसमें मिलन नार्वेकर आता है, अनिल परब आता है, सुभाष देसाई आ रहा है. तो if and the MLA says that he has paid the 10% cut kickback, take 10% kickback of development funds because उनको अपने एरिया में, अपने क्षेत्र में डेवलपमेंट चाहिए था. Now this is, in every system there has to be a congruence between the way people make wealth and the way they govern themselves. If the economic and the political systems are dissimilar, one will eventually destroy the other. We're worried about that. There has to be governance, there has to be integrity, there has to be development paced with integrity, there has to be movement upwards, there has to be cohesion in political thoughts and ideologies. There has to mix and match. That is when the four pillars of our democracy and constitution, justice, equality, liberty and fraternity will stand and prosper. Stand, survive and prosper. If any of these pillars gets battled, the whole system falls down. Allegations of corruption, we hope these are untrue. Because अगर MLA on record कहता है कि मुझे 10% कट देना पड़ा development funds के लिए, or for a responsible minister like Subhash Desai, who was considered the coterie of Uddhav Thackeray when he was the chief minister, और आज भी जो भी फूट हो चुका है शिवसेना में, जो उद्धव सेना बना है, एकनाथ शिंदे सेना बना है, ये चार लोगों की वजह से, सबका कहना है चार, जितेंद्र शिवसेना में ये बात है कि चार लोगों की वजह से ये पूरे स्प्लिट हो चुका है. वही चार लोग हैं, मिलन नार्वेकर, सुभाष देसाई, अनिल परब, संजय राउत. Now how are you going to do it? If it is true, it's a big challenge. How are you going to do it? Because is it the entire system of development stifled with corruption? Corruption बगैर कुछ नहीं होगा. Because हमने BMC में ये देखा था कि BMC में एक तरीके से हो रहा था कि आपको अगर कोई टेंडर मिलना है, आपको कुछ एरिया में कॉन्ट्रैक्ट मिलना है तो 30% अपफ्रंट कॉर्पोरेटर्स को देना पड़ेंगे. वो लगातार हम चर्चा कर रहे थे with all the corporators, with all the issues in every discussion that we talk about, that ये kickback जो 30% का है, but यहाँ पर 10% किकबैक बोले हैं, but 10% only for सुभाष देसाई, बाकी उनको अलग अलग जगह पे बांटना पड़ा, वो अलग. बट क्या ये every development is riddled with corruption is a big issue and the big issue before us. Now the three things that we have talked about, one is the cabinet expansion, a new cabinet, only 2 ministers, which many of the opposition say that 2 ministers, a chief minister and a deputy cannot be called legal. There has to be a minimum presence of cabinet ministers for every decision making in the cabinet and the state. Ultimately, जो भी ऐसे वाद विवाद है, you might find everything buried once the new cabinet is sworn in. And the new cabinet is coming in a day or two. Today it's gone for absolute reconciliation of अमित शाह जी के परमिशन, उनके ब्लेसिंग्स, नरेंद्र मोदी जी के ब्लेसिंग्स, जो भी मंत्री पद होगा, किसको देना नहीं देना, आज रात तक फाइनलाइज हो ही जाएगा. सेकेंड बिगेस्ट थिंग, वह एकनाथ शिंदे को डेथ थ्रेट था नक्सलाइट से, और चीफ मिनिस्टर तब के उद्धव ठाकरे ब्रस्ट असाइड द सिक्योरिटी थ्रेट, saying that there is no urgency in giving a Z plus security, Z category security. Now, if that is true, then the coming days are going to be very politically, very explosive, with every political party making allegations at each other, because home was with NCP, and definitely Uddhav Thackeray as the CM, he knew what was happening within the party. Eknath Shinde going to break off, probably इसे हो ही नहीं सकता. इतने सारे MLAs 50 लोग निकल गए, साथ में एकनाथ शिंदे सेना फॉर्म किए, और उद्धव ठाकरे को मालूम नहीं, प्रॉब्ली कुछ ना कुछ रम्बलिंग्स तो मालूम पड़ता ही था उनको. और ये उससे पहले के जो भी वाद विवाद हो रहा था उसमें. और तीसरा बहुत बड़ा जो जिस प्रकार से हुआ है, एलिगेशंस ऑफ करप्शन अगेंस्ट सुभाष देसाई, दैट डेवलपमेंट फंड्स के लिए 10% किकबैक मांग रहे थे. नाउ दैट इज गोइंग टू रैटल आवर सिस्टम. It is coming publicly, where people were talking in isolation, in secrecy, that funds मिल रहा है, काउंसिलर से लेके MLA से लेके मिनिस्टर, सब जगह किकबैक्स हो रहा है डेवलपमेंट में. रोड ठीक से बन नहीं रहा है, फ्लाईओवर्स बन नहीं रहा है, द क्वालिटी ऑफ कंस्ट्रक्शन, द क्वालिटी ऑफ एवरीथिंग इन मुंबई एंड महाराष्ट्र. These are the greatest challenges we'll be keeping an eye on, continuously following. Law is the crystallization of habits and thoughts of the society. When a society degenerates or its moral fibers impaired, the legal system reflects the depravity. But here, not only the legal system is reflecting its depravity, even the political system is reflecting its depravity. That's all from Pradeep Nambiar from Nation Now. We see you again tomorrow with great news.